Greetings, my friends, and welcome to Trizity Traveling. I'm your host, John, and today we wrap up our visit to Alaska. Hopefully you had a chance to see the Portage Glacier tour. There's a link up there. And also my flight seeing trip with Russ Flying Service. There's a link up there. But today we're flying back from Anchorage to Seattle with Delta Airlines, and we're in first class. Unfortunately, the only first class seats that were available when I booked the flight was the Bulkhead Row, which is not my favorite, but we'll show you what that looks like. This is my first time departing Anchorage, and I was super excited, and you'll see I may have added a little extra effect in the video. Anyway, about a pop-up Delta Sky Club. It's kind of telling about the current state of travel if a pop-up Delta Sky Club becomes a highlight. I think that's not great. Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber out of me. Let's go ahead and get into the Anchorage Airport and the trip report. We're starting in the rental car center. Rental cars were pretty sparse during this particular COVID period. I was told this is because cruise ships are not coming to Alaska, therefore the rental car companies did not ship rental cars up to Alaska for the summer season. Giving my face a few last moments of freedom before we head into the airport and are masked up for the duration of our flight. Through the tunnel with the simulated northern lights. And up the escalators into the entry area of Ted Stevens Anchorage International Airport. I think that was a big halibut back there. I'm not a fish expert. I don't really like fish. But I think that's a world record, at least an Alaska record. Headed up to drop off our bags. Because we're flying in first class, we have sky priority this morning. So we're through security, and this is inside the secure area, where there's a gigantic moose on display. Yes, that is a big moose. And as I said, I found a Delta pop-up Sky Club. And there was much rejoicing. This club occupies what used to be the observation area, with a full bar, hot drinks, packaged food, fruit, and some chips. There's also a cooler with prepared fresh food. But for me, the aviation geek, sitting by the window with my tea and watching the ramp was quite the time. Boeing 737-900. I use this as my cue to head down to the gates. During the COVID era, no food and drink available in the B concourse where Delta operates. The other concourse, where Alaska Airlines is operating, has full service. Interesting goose motif, I guess. And passengers are still deplaning when I got to the gate. And this passenger in front of me got on the plane without a mask on, so there was quite a kerfuffle.
Before you get on the plane, you have to have a mask on. Well, as long as something you can your mouth. Once you separate your hands, so you can go by you. Okay, where's your mask? Do you have one? Yes.
Mentioned the Bulkhead Row. Not my favorite, mostly because there's no underseat storage, and you end up with this big bulky airbag seatbelt, extra power port and headphone jack in the armrest, power between the seats, and I did find this little kick hidey hole I could stretch out just a little bit. While we're waiting to depart, let's check out the entertainment selections. Just over 3 hours from Anchorage back to Seattle. Let's get out of Anchorage. I was hoping for some spectacular views of the Anchorage area. Unfortunately, the clouds came in and got in the way. Thankfully, they cleared for later in the flight. Service began shortly after departure. Snacks and drinks, and again, snack boxes. My understanding is Delta has resumed meal service on longer flights. Chips were pretty tasty. And they had this apple banana bar. I like the idea of it, but in practice, I didn't care for it. Odd texture. About halfway through our flight, let's check out some scenery. You might be able to see in the background a big cloud-looking plume. That's the smoke plume from a wildfire. Passing Seattle at altitude, meaning we're going to land to the north, circle around the Port of Tacoma, and as we're landing, thumbs up today go for the Delta Pop-Up Sky Club in Anchorage. That was quite the perk, quite enjoyed it. The views are spectacular. Thumbs down today go for the banana apple thing in the snack box. Let's face it, snack boxes are just kind of meh. Some final announcements from the cabin crew as we taxi to the gate.
It's our pleasure to welcome you to Seattle, where the current local time here is approximately 6:21 p.m. On behalf of Delta and the Seattle-based flight crew, we'd like to thank each of you for wearing your face mask or covering over your nose and mouth throughout the flight, keeping us all safe. We've enjoyed having you on board, and we look forward to seeing you real soon on another Delta flight. Thank you and have a great evening.
Pretty nice Avgeek catch coming up as we're waiting to cross the active runway. Retro Condor 767, sweet airplane. And finally, it's our turn to cross. If you have any questions or comments about flying with Delta Airlines, visiting Alaska, even though my experience in Alaska is limited, please post those below. I'm happy to respond. As we pull into our gate, I want to wish you and yours safe and happy travels. Thanks for watching.